If you're looking for the best CRM for hardscaping, you found the right video. In this one, we're going to go over a couple different options with regards to CRMs that you could choose, and then I'm going to tell you guys which one is the best based upon features, functionality, and everything else you're going to need to run a successful hardscaping company. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. The first thing I want to take a look at is some of the more popular CRMs out there. First and foremost, you guys might have heard of Jobber. You might have heard of Housecall Pro. Now, I want to talk about pricing first and foremost because pricing is very important when we are considering a CRM, and I want to talk about why these options might not be the best. They might be the loudest. They might have been around for, a considerable amount of time. However, that doesn't mean that they're always the best. So first and foremost, I want to show you guys the pricing. We first might think, oh, this is great pricing for, this specific CRM. Well, Jobber and Housecall Pro kind of do the same thing where they show you the annual pricing at a monthly price. So it is a bit misleading in my personal opinion. It's misleading for me because I'm thinking it's $29.89, $149, when in reality it's $39, $119, or $199, and Housecall Pro does the exact same thing. You would think it's $59, $149, $249. It's actually a little bit more expensive. So that's the first thing, is you got to be aware, the pricing is a little bit different. The other piece is if you're wanting to use Jobber, this isn't even the price that you need to look at, especially if you have a helper or you have workers or whatever the case may be, because you're going to need the Teams platform. So for their Teams, their first plan is the Connect plan, $169, Grow, $349, and then the Plus, $599, which is all good and well. The biggest thing that I want you guys to keep in mind with regards to these two softwares is they're going to have a lot of integrations. These are not all-in-one built softwares. So if you guys like having multiple subscriptions on different platforms, paying per seat, and then paying forever per seat, because Housecall Pro's max plan only goes up to 8 users, and Jobber's only goes up to 15. For Jobber, you're going to be paying $30 a month for every additional user. For Housecall Pro, I'm not sure. I think it's $35 a month for every additional user. So if you're happy with paying forever, for more seats, and if you're happy to pay for a bunch of different softwares, have a bunch of different logins to get all the tools you need, then these are going to be, okay options to go with. However, if you're looking for more of an all-in-one solution, you need to check out QuoteIQ. QuoteIQ is the #1 CRM for hardscaping contractors. You can measure patios from satellite, create estimates in minutes, track materials and labor, and you can get paid faster. All in one app for 79% less than the competitors. Like we said, you guys got to keep in mind with these other subscriptions, this is just for the features they offer. They also rely on a ton of different integrations from other softwares in order to have all of the tools that you need. Not with QuoteIQ. QuoteIQ is 79% cheaper than Jobber with a 4.7 star rating. You're going to save 10 hours a week, and you can start a trial of any tier for absolutely free with the first link in the comment section and the description of this video. First and foremost, I want to get into the challenges that hardscaping contractors face daily, and that is first and foremost inaccurate area measurements. Eyeballing square footage leads to underpriced jobs, material shortage delays projects, and kills profit margin. One of the best parts about QuoteIQ, and it's a feature that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else, is our mapping tool that is actually integrated into our estimate. So you can measure out a property, you can measure out square footage of the property, linear footage of the property, and then you can have that measurement converted into a quote based upon your linear or square footage pricing. So this is a tool that is built into QuoteIQ, which would require integration with another software like Jobber or Housecall Pro. Another thing is lost material tracking, pavers, stone, gravel, sand across multiple job sites, no visibility into what's been used or what's remaining. And this is solved with QuoteIQ's inventory tracking, which we're going to get into here in just a minute. Poor project documentation, so before and after photos scattered across phones or in your personal phone, no proof of work completed when customer disputes charges. You want to make sure that you're doing proper job documentation, which is something that is built within QuoteIQ. If we come into the form section here, we have inspection forms, we have job forms, we have before and after pics. They're all here, very visible, easy to see. We can edit these, we can view these, we can send these to the customer. They're all exportable. We even have templates that you can create and integrate in here for different projects, different size jobs. And it's just a very easy, well-organized way to go, and it's built right into your CRM. You're not having to go out and get another product like Cam in order to facilitate all of your job documentation needs. The last one is slow payment collection, chasing deposits and final payments, cash flow problems while waiting 30 to 60 days to get paid. QuoteIQ is going to solve that for you. So how QuoteIQ solves hardscaping businesses challenges. First and foremost, measure properties without site visits with MapMeasure Pro. With MapMeasure Pro, you can measure patio areas, driveway dimensions, and retaining wall lengths directly from the satellite imagery. Calculate exact square footage before you ever drive to the property. This means quote more jobs per day, accurate material calculations from the start, pre-qualified leads by sending the property scope instantly, and impress customers with professional satellite-based proposals. So you guys can come right into the map tool like we were talking about earlier. You can go ahead and measure your properties. From here, we also have street view, so you can use that as another tool to your advantage to take a look at the property from the street. We also have integrated access with Zillow, so you can also look at Zillow to check out these properties as well if you want more in-depth, pictures and things of that nature. So all this, like we said, built within QuoteIQ to make property measurements very easy. Another thing QuoteIQ helps hardscaping contractors with is tracking every material and dollar. QuoteIQ's job costing feature tracks all your hardscaping materials, pavers, natural stone, gravel, sand, polymeric sand, edging, and more. So you can see real-time profit margins on every single project by tracking material cost per job, labor hours and crew wages, equipment and delivery expenses, true profit percentage when the job is complete. Like we said, this is another thing that's built right into QuoteIQ. So within our jobs list screen here, not only are you going to get all your jobs, you can see which ones are overdue, upcoming, done, and paid. We can click into any one of these jobs. It's going to bring up our calendar view where we can send on-the-way text. We can call this customer, text this customer. We can send appointment confirmations. We can also start a timer for this job. We can complete the job. But the big thing that we're talking about here is our report section where you can actually have profit margins, line items, labor, and expenses. And it's going to take all these things into consideration to give us our profit margin for this job. So let me try to click into one that's got some actual reporting on it. So here it says we have 100% profit margin because it's not taking into context any of our labor or expense costs that we have with this particular job. But these are all things that you can track right within QuoteIQ that are going to give you those exact numbers so you know exactly how much you're making and how much you're spending on each and every job. The next one is documentation. We talked about this. You want to document every phase of the project. QuoteIQ Cam keeps all your project photos organized by customer and job. Create professional before and after galleries, document site conditions, and protect yourself from disputes. So this is before and after photos showing existing conditions. We also have an AI before and after generator within here, so you can actually show customers what the finished product is going to look like before you even do it. We have the ability to track progress through photo documentation, excavation, base prep, installation, after photos, providing quality completion, and inspection forms for site assessments, both pre and post job. So if you guys come into the form section right here, like we talked about, like we said, inspection forms, job forms, and before and after photos. Job forms are pretty much a way for you to document the job as it's going along. You take property photos, you take videos of the property, you can do annotations on those. Your whole team has access to it. Inspection forms is more so pre and post inspection forms. You can create questionnaires with yes, no questions, star rating questions. You can export that and send it to the customer. And then obviously before and after photos is just a good way to document your work as well as showing customers how good the job came out. So photo documentation, something that's built into QuoteIQ that isn't necessarily built into Jobber, Housecall Pro, or pretty much any other software out there. QuoteIQ's features built for hardscapers. We've got MapMeasure Pro that we've taken a look at, QuoteIQ Cam, which we were just taking a look at, job costing, another one we're taking a look at. We have inspection forms, InstaQuote, and review multiplier. Let's go ahead and take a look at our InstaQuote tool. This lets customers get instant patio and walkway quotes from your website. You can capture leads 24/7 while you're on the job. So this is pretty much a form that goes on your website that allows customers to quote themselves. So if we jump into the InstaQuote screen, I'll be able to launch a live preview here for you guys. This is going to display all of your services to the customer. It's interactive. They're going to be able to pick the services that they want, and it's then going to actually upsell them on all of your services because they're all right here. It's not like they're just coming to you for one thing. They're able to see everything that you offer and get a quote on everything. They're then prompted with a list of questions based upon the answers to these questions. It's then going to determine a price for them. After they've answered the questions, they fill in their contact details. They enter in any additional information that could be valuable, and from there, it's going to create a quote for them. They're then going to be able to accept the quote. Another beautiful thing about our InstaQuote is it is an options estimate, meaning if they quote themselves on 4 different things, they have the ability to just select one of those things and move forward with the job, or they have the ability to select all of those things and move forward with the job. So InstaQuote is a great way to go. We've also have analytics in here, reports, InstaSchedule, like I was telling you guys about. If they accept the estimate, they actually have the ability to schedule the job based upon your calendar availability. That's another tool built into QuoteIQ that none of these other softwares offer. So all really good things with regards to going with QuoteIQ and features that other CRMs just don't have. The next one is our review multiplier. We know that reviews are the lifeblood of any business. This is an automatic request for review after a job is completed. You can build your reputation on Google and win more projects by doing this. This is a feature that you can get as a standalone for $100 to $500, depending upon which software you go with. And this is built by other software companies. It's not going to be in Jobber. It's not going to be in Housecall Pro. We have it built into QuoteIQ, and it's built into every single tier. Review Multiplier is a redirect after a customer pays an estimate to a review link of your choosing. You can choose your review platform here. It gives you analytics based upon how many review requests were sent, reports that are going to show you whether you've seen a decrease or an increase in those review requests. We also have review request automation, so you can set up text and email automation after a job is complete to automatically send over to them. You can do review mass blast, and we even have an AI that can actually call your customers and request a review from them. So this is a tool that's built right into QuoteIQ that, you know, other softwares charge $100 to $500, and it's not even built into any other CRM, something that QuoteIQ offers exclusively. QuoteIQ versus other hardscaping CRM software. So let's take a look at this. This is going to compare it against Jobber, Housecall Pro, and ServiceTitan, which we've kind of been doing in this video. If we look at the monthly price for full features, you're looking at $188 a month for QuoteIQ's Elite, whereas opposed to Jobber would be $700 a month, Housecall Pro $750 a month, and ServiceTitan $1,800 a month. Satellite property measurement. This is something we looked at on QuoteIQ using MapMeasure Pro. QuoteIQ is the only software to actually have it built into estimates, so that way you can use property measurements that then correlate with a square footage or linear footage or yard footage. That's only included within QuoteIQ. QuoteIQ also has job documentation. This is something that's not included within Jobber. It's not included within Housecall Pro, but the industry standard with regards to photo documentation would be with an app like Company Cam, which Jobber, Housecall Pro, and ServiceTitan are most likely going to make you get in order to have photo documentation, something that's just built within QuoteIQ. We also have customer self-scheduling within QuoteIQ. This isn't available for Jobber, not available for Housecall Pro, or it's very limited. It says it's included with ServiceTitan, but at an $1,800 a month cost, it's 10 times the cost of what QuoteIQ is. Job costing and profit tracking. This is something that all of the CRMs have, but it's something that's very important specifically for hardscaping. We also have route optimization. This is included within all these CRMs as well, and I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like within QuoteIQ. If we come to the calendar screen here, we have views on the monthly total of what we're going to make this month, the daily total, as well as our route optimization. Our route optimization allows you to optimize for individual employees and also crews, so it makes it super easy to get the most efficient and effective route for the day. Contracts required. There's no contracts required with QuoteIQ. You can start a free trial with the first link in the comment section and the description. Jobber and Housecall Pro, very similar, no contracts necessary. ServiceTitan, however, will make you sign a long-term contract if you want to go with them as, you know, their service. They also have onboarding fees as well that you'll have to pay to get set up with their platform. If we look at users included, QuoteIQ is up to 7 users included, and on our max tier, you guys can have unlimited users, so that's the beautiful part. But this 7 users comes with the 188 plan. For $700 with Jobber, this is going to vary. $750 with Housecall Pro, it's going to vary. It's going to vary with regards to these other ones. The biggest thing to keep in mind when it comes to users is QuoteIQ is the only platform that does not charge you per user after their highest tier. We have unlimited users on our highest tier. Jobber is going to charge you $29 a month for every additional user. Housecall Pro is going to charge you $35. ServiceTitan is going to charge you $350 for every additional user above what it is that your plan includes. So if we look at QuoteIQ, simple, transparent pricing. This is one of the things that we talked about earlier. So if we look at hardscaping services that QuoteIQ handles, everything from patio installation, driveway pavers, pool decks, steps and stairs, retaining walls, outdoor kitchens, stone veneer, drainage solution, walkway and pathways, fire pits and fireplaces, garden walls, seating walls, pretty much everything you can think of with regards to hardscaping services. QuoteIQ is going to be able to facilitate those very easily, very effectively, and do a really good job for all of our hardscaping users. So on this page, we have some frequently asked questions if you guys want to check that out, but let's go ahead and take a look at the key takeaways from the best CRM for hardscaping contractors. QuoteIQ is 79% cheaper than Jobber, Housecall Pro, and even cheaper than ServiceTitan, while including more features for hardscaping businesses. Our MapMeasure Pro lets you measure patios, walkways, and driveways from satellite imagery without site visits, so you're not even going to have to go to a site to check it out. First and foremost, you're going to be able to jump on your computer within a few seconds, be at the property, checking it out, getting measurements, getting the lay of the land before you even step site on the job. Job costing trackers, paver, stone, gravel, sand, labor. This way we can show you the real profit margins on every single project. QuoteIQ has that. QuoteIQ Cam documents excavation, base prep, installation with organized before and after galleries that are visible to your team and that your team can use to communicate. InstaQuote enables customers to get instant quotes from your website 24/7. InstaSchedule allows customers to schedule themselves or request to be on the schedule after accepting estimates. And of course, no contracts. We have month to month. We're flexible, and there's a 14-day free trial with every single tier, which you guys can check out with the first link in the comment section and the description. With that being said, though, it's very clear that QuoteIQ is the #1 CRM for hardscaping contractors. It's not even close. We offer the most tools for the best price, all built into one place. You're not going to have to tie together a bunch of different things, have a bunch of integrations, have a bunch of different software costs and seats you have to pay for and subscriptions and logins and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you like that kind of thing, if you like bolting together your own CRM, then obviously maybe, one of these other options would be a better choice for you. However, if you like an all-in-one solution, if you want to have all the things for your business in one spot, one login, unlimited users on our max plan, QuoteIQ is hands down the best way to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button. My name is Justin, forever self-employed. Till next time, I'll start get that money, baby. Peace.